is Cobblestone, the random remaining out of Dust 2, Cash, and Cobble. That's what we're expecting. Well, I think everyone would most likely agree that LDLC, basically the grab bag from whatever was left over from when Envious and G2 picked up players from the old LDLC lineups, featuring Existence as an added extra, will be the favorites going up against Tengri, Kazakhstani side, which is probably most well known for loaning Hobbit out to Gambit Gaming, and was also the previous team, well, not exactly this team, but Keen, Sonic, and the Coach Cow all played with Mo, who is also in Gambit Gaming, so definitely not a bad side, but we'll be up against it as the map is Cobblestone, and judging by the stats, they're not as good on it as LDLC are, so it's going to be a rough game for them, to say the least.
Yeah, it feels like LDLC just have the upper hand, just due to the sheer experience and the names, some of the names that are currently playing for LDLC. Obviously, we have Existence, we have Toynu, XMS, obviously, and Mr. and Alex. So that's pretty much the whole roster. And on the other side, we have Ramsey, Fidge, Keen, Dustin, and Sonic. But hopefully this game's going to be starting soon. The players are just getting ready, obviously. As we said, we're going to have the quarterfinals today. So one best of one first, and then we get the second and the third and the fourth. And then tomorrow at 5 p.m. we start with the real deal. We start with the best of three semi-finals, and we'll see who goes through. Obviously, this is a single elimination bracket, so no redos, no safety nets, nothing of the sort. Whoever wins and goes past and tries to get the money. Obviously, I see a whole lot of you are here because of betting. So welcome everyone. I'm sure you're familiar with CS:GO LAN. So yeah, I'm sure a lot of you are from there and from other sites as well. But you know, who do you think do we have to keep an eye on going into this game?
Definitely be interesting to see. Well, my personal favorite to watch out for would be Toynu. He is the captain, well, not the captain, but he handles most of the organizational side of things for LDLC. Definitely want to look out for him. Maybe Existence will whip up some interesting things, but overall, I think the entire Tengri lineup, most people, admittedly, don't really know them that much. They don't show up on HLTV as often as, for example, Team LDLC do, so it'll definitely be interesting to see how they perform. I think Keen and Sonic, who have already proven themselves in the past, can definitely throw a bit of a spanner in the works for LDLC if they're not well prepared. Let's see if that is indeed the case. The pistol round is about to go live, and the Tengri side is going for 5 armors, as is the LDLC side, which is a very strange thing to see, as, well, usually you don't go for straight-out aim fights in the first round.
But looks like that's exactly what LDLC are going to be doing, trying to find those frags, and already Misu with the first one. Drops Ramsey. Fitch replies and gets Toynu down, but doesn't really know that there's more where that came from, as the CTs just keep on piling into the terrorist lineup right now. They are just trying to hold the angles the terrorists are, but it's kind of strange to see, you know? You said that you don't really go for those straight up aim fights, and in reality, well, now the terrorists are on the defensive, although they have done considerable damage to the CT team, and now we're down into a 2v2 with the B side completely open.
It's number 7 player Keen to watch out for. Yeah, straight on the side, gets one frag, and now Mr. has been found. Fitch can just keep him pinned in, and Keen does have the bomb. Just get the bomb planted, then play the 1v2 retake. It's going to be hard for Mr. to get anything done, as he should get double peek. Never mind, Keen just speaks out, gets the headshot, and a bit of a brawl. Well, not even a bit of a brawl, just a straight out aim fight up middle, and in a slight advantage for Tengri, and then they just carried it through, kept it simple, and LDLC end up losing the first round. The 5 armor bar on the CT side, something very unorthodox, seems to have not exactly worked out for them.
Yeah. Alright, so pistol round going in favor of Tengri, the underdogs in this matchup, and they only have one chance, one shot to get
one
this
opportunity.
One opportunity, of course. So to get into the semifinals tomorrow. So let's see how they're going to be doing here. Obviously versus a full force buy here, pistols and armor. Even helmet on Alex, as they're going to be stacking the B side, but the terrorists are just moving towards the A side, spotting out XMS already. The rotation from the CT should be coming through. They should be getting this information, but well, it's not forthcoming. XMS is still holding strong, gets one frag. Dastin does drop Alex in the meantime as he tries to push through the smoke here. Mister's going to be doing quite the same, although just hanging back, waiting for the flashes, and this is gonna work out perfectly. They get 3 kills. Oh, Toinu shuts down Mistu with a shot from the Deagle in the back. Now in the 2v2, the Terrorists definitely not looking good, as they're just dropping like flies versus pistols. Brilliant little pistol work there in the end by Existence as well. 1-1.
It was a crazy round. Tengri just went for a straight up push onto the A side, but they just couldn't get up the ramp. XMS gets the first kill, and then as Tengri keep trying to push in, they just get stuck a bit on themselves. Toinu gets flashed out of connector, picks up, well, a teammate in that melee, but it does end up in advantage for LDLC, and we mentioned those SNG buys often when we cast those games. Teams just picking up too many SNGs, and I feel like that definitely punished Tengri there. A Mac 10, 2 UMPs, just not enough firepower to go straight up against those 5-7s of the CTs, and looks so good for Tengri. Instead, lose the second round, falls by for LDLC works, and now they're already on the back foot on what is usually on Cobblestone, the favorite side.
The favorite side, yes it is, but well, losing that Counter-Eco is gonna hurt, as Sony is already proving. Gets the hatchet onto Fitch very early on, so we've discussed this in our previous broadcasts. It doesn't really make a whole lot of sense to play slow and collected with pistols, especially if you're not going for any kind of execute, which with 2 flashes and a frag grenade, probably not going to be happening. Ramsey also does not spot out Existence indoors, so that's not really going to be the start they're looking for, but that's going to be a good pickup. One tapped with the Deagle. XMS drops the bomb in the meantime, so it was a good start, but not really going into anything. Guess what? Deagle again gets the second frag, but he's tagged down fairly low. 3v3 now, and the CT should be able to clean this up.
It looks scary for quite a bit, because Ramsey getting those 2 frags actually allowed for Sonic to get the lurk in. Said no, it just doesn't work out. Toinu does trade him out. It is at least going to be the bomb plant for the turret, so all things considered, not too bad of a round, but LDLC should be able to easily clean this up. Keen doesn't find even a single frag, and in the end, it is going to be 3 players arrive for LDSC. Bomb defused, will save the rifles. XMS had a 5-7 going down, so that's not entirely too bad. And the solid round coming up for Tengri definitely seemed to be more prepared on Cobblestone than maybe some people would have expected based on the previous stat. They're still going to have to suffer for another eco, and they're still going to have to do some damage to keep the LDLC economy alive, because it's rounds like this where the economy can really get out of hand. Definitely be looking for at least a bomb plan and some kills, and as you said, play fast, don't play slow. I don't think what you really can do playing slow with basically just pistols and armor.
Yeah, and this time they don't even have any kind of grenade, so they really need to choose a site and just hit it as quickly as possible. Otherwise, it's just going to be more of the same, more of LDLC just picking up those random frags. Mistu more as an afterthought than anything else, gets that headshot, and Aston is no more. Another push towards the A side is probably not going to end very well unless Sonic finds that first frag with the Tech 9. Up close, XMS on the other side of the stables might be able to go down very quickly, but no, he's already being covered off. XMS tries to wait for the timing, gets the spray down with the triple. Easy peasy, and Existence will clean things up, so easy enough round for LDLC, as now we're finally going to be seeing if Tengri managed to make something happen on the full buy.
Have the money to make something happen on at least a few of the players. We see a fullback coming in for Ramsey and Keen. Dastan did go down to 1,500 the previous round with that buy, so it's only going to be stuck on a Tech 9 and at least has the utility, but that's definitely not optimal. Perhaps a bit of a mistake on their end, managing their economy, whereas LDLC side, well, straight into a full buy. AKs off on Toinu, and Dastan already gets tagged down to 50 HP, just gets spammed through the door. Tengri a bit split across the map, but not even finding anything. They're getting shot from behind walls to start off the round, and definitely not something you want to happen, as you do want to at least set up some map control without taking a bullet to the face.
So far, they have managed to get quite deep into this B side, or at least towards Plateau. They need to clear it out, but the smoke is going to be clearing out itself, so Fitch will have to find that opening frag. Checks Chicky Coop. I don't think he spotted Toinu peeking out, and I think Toinu might have spotted him, but there's the frag. First one, going in favor of the terrorists, but Toinu's there with the op, so he's going to bring it back in a 4-on-4, as Ramsey is thinking of pushing through the smoke, but as we know, that is usually not the best of ideas, as he thinks better of it and just probably just tries to pin down as many of the CTs as possible towards that A side. Meanwhile, terrorists moving into brown holes as well. This is going to be a weird couple of rounds, it feels like. Dastin with the Tech 9 just waiting for the... Oh, this is going to be brilliant. Gets a quick tap to the face. And Tony is no more. The AWP has been dropped on Plateau. Now the CTs are actually running a risk of getting flanked.
Yeah, and Tengri don't care if they sack Dastin. He has a Tech 9 and armor, he's got absolutely nothing. Instead, they actually make it work, and now even XMS thinks this is the B-side but it's taken down. This is the free bomb site for Tengri, and LDLC now, this really easily just have to run away and save. Get the AWP, hide in a corner. Street is going to be almost impossible, and even then, they're getting flanked. They're just running in to get killed at this point.
Yeah, only Existence remains, has the AK and the defuse kit, but he's pretty much stuck between a rock and a hard place. And right now, well, he's gonna be lucky if he gets alive out there, but not gonna happen. Gets flashed out, and Sonic picks him up. In the meantime, you know, while we're getting ready for this next round, I'm just gonna remind you all that we have a giveaway in the chat ready. So exclamation mark giveaway is going to enter you into a giveaway for a couple of knives and pretty nice stuff coming out from Skin Joker. So you know, go nuts with that one. You're gonna see a link onto a Gleam.io site, and you know, just fill out the information and you're gonna be entered. Basically, that's kind of how it works. Either way, let's go back into this one as the CTs are gonna start things off with a nice shot from Existence, dropping Ramzik. Very tight angle held, as well, the CTs already have control of the map and quite deep into this middle of the A side as well.
Seems like Ramzik was also expecting Existence to be there as well, but Existence basically shot him through the edge of the wallway. There isn't actually a clip rush. Those cinder blocks that stick out don't actually exist as far as the game engine is concerned, even though you can't actually see the player through it, and a simple kill for LDLC gets them off to a good start. Double up buy as Alex gets that kill on Sonic, where Sonic seems like he knew exactly where Alex was, just manages to miss every shot, and it is going horribly bad now for Tengri. Going down all across the map. It's only Keen alive, left with the bomb, wondering what the hell his teammates did to all get taken down so quickly.
Well, they did not land their shots, quite literally, plus not checking the angles is usually the case, and looks like Keen is gonna meet a similar fate to his teammates as he does not spot out Alex. Guys, I see the spam in the chat. I see what you guys are doing, but please stop spamming exclamation mark giveaway, because all that does is make the bot just go crazy. He's gonna link you a link and then click on the link to be entered into the giveaway. You know, you see the link being linked by the bot. Please click on that instead of spamming exclamation mark giveaway. That does nothing. Thank you. Anyway, let's continue with this game. Double up setup on LDLC as they pick up that previous round flawlessly. Don't lose a member. And we have 2 pistols and 3 AKs for the terrorists, as apparently they are trying to go for an execute towards the B side, but do they have enough utility to actually make this work?
They have to make those flashes work. Those flashes have to be absolutely perfect, and the CTs have to forget to counter flash. And that is not the case, and it's just a slaughter here as everybody goes down. Keen is the only one left alive, takes a FAMAS bullet to the face, Dastin even gets flanked, and that's pretty much the end of that one. Had enough smokes to smoke out the side, but only had 2 flashbangs, had to instantly go in and hit all of the shots, but the flashbangs only flashed XMS. It's actually, or rather flashed only Alex, who was playing pretty far back, so it didn't even matter at all, and Tengri just kind of walked into a firing line of LDLC players, promptly get taken out, knock themselves back onto an eco, and LDLC, they had a few scares, but now seem to be firmly taking control of this map so far.
Yeah, breaking the economy, definitely a good sign for LDLC, as... well, the terrorists are left only on pistols. They have 1 flash, and it feels like they had an idea going into this one, what they want to do with it. But right now, well, LDLC just don't really want to listen to those ideas. Sonic's going to be up close with the Glock, might be able to catch up with Existence quickly enough. XMS already on the flank, already on the backstab as he drops Fitch. Existence, in the meantime, did go down to a Glock, which is quite the issue, quite the meme at this point. 4v1 though, the MP9 should have no issues closing out on Sonic as well, and we have a 6-2 scoreline in favor of LDLC here, with another buy coming out for Tengri.
If they can make some better use of the utility they've got now. 5 smoke grenades is plenty, but only 2 flashbangs actually leaves me worried. what can they actually do with this? You spend one flashbang to get someone down in middle, and that leaves you with one light. That's definitely not enough to execute someone. I feel like they badly need to take control of drop in this round. It's the only place you can basically play from without flashing yourselves out, because if they don't, it's going to be pretty bad. So getting gifted an opening frag is pretty good. Existence mollies it, jumps across, and Ramzik just takes the free kill, sprays them down. And I guess you don't need utility when LDLC players are winding their crosses. 3v4 situation as Alex gets one back, but definitely a pretty good situation right now for Tengri.
Definitely so, and these 8 takes have been quite successful in the past, but right now that was not good. Alex actually running out of bullets, that was even worse. He could have picked up 2 easy 3 frags. Still 3v2. Ramzik still alive on 12 HP, and he has the op, so he could definitely do some damage, but this probably would not work. Does, you know, he tries to go for the flicks, but not connecting any just yet. There's the shoulder. That's what he was waiting for as he drops Soinu. Now only Misu in 1v3 gets the first one. Does he know that he's being flanked though from Fitch? I don't think so. He's gonna get shot in the back of the head, and that's another one for Tengri. Looking pretty good, quite honestly. I was expecting a bit more of a stomp, but so far holding up quite nicely.
They're punishing LDLC on their mistakes, so at least they're not in here with a loser's mentality. LDLC gives them 2 free entry frags. Yeah, I'm sure Tengri will take full use of that, and we saw that in that round. Ramzik picks up the opening 2 frags, gets an off, clears out A long. Alex did his best to try to get his team back into their game, but when you're already 2-man down, you're pretty much in a lost situation already. Tengri just finished the job, and LDLC do lose that round, still have plenty to buy. But it is now an op from Tengri. Let's see if they can make it work. They haven't had one on the T side so far for the 4 round, and Ramzik is holding the default angle kind of with the op. You watch long A, hope somebody pushes into it. At least this time Tengri do have enough utility to make something happen should they decide not to just wait for LDLC to push into them. I feel like this is a round where they can definitely take the advantage of LDLC and perhaps even break their economy. LDLC don't have the best of economy at the time.
That's not going to be the best of starts though. Existence already dropping Naston. Was trying to find something towards that middle area, trying to sneak his way into connector or onto the A side at least. Ramzik now trying to loop around and help out his team, trying to find a peek towards long, but not going to be finding anything through the smoke. Nobody holding that position just yet, although, well, as I say that, the CTs were thinking of getting a bit more aggressive towards it, but right now positioning one of them onto behind tree. Oh, that's gonna be a bit of a gap that the CTs might not expect, although I think that they know that the smoke is not as good as it should be. Still 5v4 and only 30 seconds remaining. The terrorists need to make a move now, and apparently Toino already picking up the frag towards long. Alex with the drop, missed it with the second one, and Alex just pushing to the smoke, finds the last. Easy peasy for LDLC, as we already have 10 rounds down and 7 of those going straight to LDLC.
Likely to be 1 or 2 more as Tengri just got money reset. The only one with any sort of bank is Dastan, who picks up a deagle. Pick up 3 flashbangs, so perhaps 4 flashbangs actually, and full pistols, so perhaps a plan into this round. But it's going to be an eco into the next one regardless, as Tengri tried to go out onto the B side again, and well, as we've often seen, well, not often seen a few times this game, the B execute just doesn't work out all that well. I'm going to try to spice it up a bit with a B push, and this time it actually works. Sonic gets him to drop and gets a kill, and now the CT players on the B side are swarmed by terrorist side.
Yeah, they don't even know where the shots are going to be coming from. Now the deagle, well, it should do a lot of damage. There's one, tries to go for the second. They know that there's someone in chicken coop. They try to cross, but that's not going to be allowed. That's SMS dropping Fitch. Now in a 4-on-3. Toinu extremely low. Existence with an op. Trying to get back into this one with the 5-7. Turns around 180. Drops Keen as well. That was some really good presence of mind. As it looks like they are stabilizing. They did not spot the bomb, and that's the rotation back towards the A side right now. Only Dasser remains. 51 HP. Needs to land the 1 dig on the man on site. Existence with the op versus the Eagle, though. Is he gonna get it? The auto director just not showing it. But, well, Existence drops him in the end. 8-3 now.
Well, looks so good for Tengri. They had the B side. They got the opening frags on the B side. And then what happened was they just didn't commit. 3 players stayed up on B platform when they had 2 down. They're doing all the work, and instead of just going in, at least getting the bomb down, that would be something. Just kind of rolled over and died, and now perhaps feeling the game is a bit out of hand. Decide to force buy into this one. 2 Galils, 2 Tech 9s. versus an LDLC side that basically has everything they need to stop any attempt from Tengri dead in its tracks. It's going to be rough. I don't feel like they needed to force here, and if this punishes them, it could get even worse.
Yeah, some viewers in the chat already predicting an 11-3. Oh, this is gonna be easy for Mistu. He just needs to calm down and switch over to the pistol now. Apparently, Toinu's gonna be helping out slightly, but Ramzik finally connects that shot. The 5-7 having some issues there, dropping Ramzik in the end, but there's the AWP again. And Toinu will hold on to the B side quite by himself. Mistu did help, but he had his sweet time just trying to land those M4 shots in the backs of the terrorists. Now 9-3 as we are nearing the end of the first half. And guys, you know, I'll keep doing this, but sellout stuff is on the way. So exclamation mark skins in chat, exclamation mark Kingwin in chat is also gonna give you a couple of options. So cheap skins on Kingwin, cheap games on Kingwin, and obviously exclamation mark Skin Joker and exclamation mark Rage Case for our other partners. So check them out as we continue with this round. All the pistols this time for Tengri, so likely, well, they have a lot of more utility, so this might actually work out.
Enough utility to get them onto the side, but they don't wait for the smokes to land, and the smokes are horribly off, and it's the shooting gallery as Alex just presses mouse 1 at random intervals and feels like he kills everybody. Sonic is left alive with an op in Chicken Coop, but takes a seat right there, as perhaps some of you might need a better chair to have a seat as well. Make sure to type exclamation mark Rotzi for our sponsor Rotzi and the gaming chairs, which I believe there's also a gaming chair from them in the giveaway, in case you're interested in that as well.
Yep, pretty nice giveaway all throughout. And obviously, if you're interested who we are, you can also do exclamation mark casters. But right now, I feel like because everyone is just spamming all of these commands in chat, you're pretty much killing the bot. So please let the bot live. You know,
Bots have feelings too.
Apparently, I didn't know this until recently, but apparently, yeah, the flashlight. Does have feelings as well. Anyway, let's see. Toinu with the AWP shot. Misses it. As Nasta needs to go back as well. Fitch now trying to go for the aim shot and will win it out versus Toinu. So now the B side is kind of open. Mistu needs to be careful. He's alone on the side at least until Alex rotates in a 5v4. But the Incendiary is definitely buying some time. Mistu going a bit too aggressive, I feel like. He might not have gotten spotted, and he wasn't. But there's the refrag, and that's just a 1-for-1, which probably should have gone in favor of the CTs if Mistu just played it a bit more defensively.
Perhaps, and I think Alex actually kind of showed why that was a problem. Mr. went up aggressively and Alex was nowhere behind, and now Existence is showing alone, so it's not the best, definitely not the best, as XMS is in a 1v2, but King just needs to wait for his teammate to appear and back him up. XMS only has 12 HP, it's going to be very hard for him to get anything done, and well, they can just back off the A side. Already know he cannot go towards that side, and well, maybe he can save the M4. Shouldn't really matter, as LDLC have just about enough to buy. Existence has 11 grand, so plenty to buy. Doesn't really matter. Could try to get some damage done to Tengri's side, but just simple, calm, and collected by Tengri. Again, they won that round off of abusing the mistakes that LDLC did. SMS goes down, and it's looking like it might even be a 10-5 half for Tengri. At least something, 10-5 half for LDLC. At least something that Tengri can work with going to the second half, but they will need to pick up the last round. So there's a full buy for them again, going up against an LDLC that's also going to have a full buy.
Yeah, this is going to be tough. And you mentioned earlier that this is actually a map that is terrorist-sided. The meta is definitely terrorist-sided, even after the changes made it a bit easier, a bit harder, I should say, for the terrorists to get onto the B side because of those stairs in the B side itself. But Alex just takes them to task, gets 2 quick frags. Now Toinu trying to find the frag, and well, the timing is perfect. Fitch does not expect it, or rather he does, but he doesn't expect it quite so soon, as Dastin now trying to sneak his way quite cheekily into connector. Will be able to surprise one of the CTs, drops XMS and just backs off. So right now the terrorists are trying their best, but I don't think this is going to be working out in the end.
If Dastin can find Existence here on the A side and at least take out one of those ops, well, in that case it's definitely doable. The only problem is, All the LDLC members are now properly spread out around the map, one watching towards connector and still being close to A side. Existence here should just watch the A side instead of jumping around here, and he actually got spotted though. Oh my.
Rip.
Well, Dastan saw him, but I guess Existence just read his mind and promptly takes him the hell out, leaves Ramzik alone in a 1v4, and what looked like it might actually be doable is just impossible now for Tengri.
Ramzik just trying his best, trying to find a frag, but I feel like this is going to be it. Toydu does land it, but through the wall there. And that's going to be Miss2 cleaning things up. 11-4 then in favor of LDLC as we switch sides and just wait for everyone to get ready again. Obviously, guys, you are watching the Esports Arcade TV tournament here. 6 teams invited to qualify. One of them is playing before your very eyes. Tengri qualified through a quite grueling open qualifier. I think it was like 128
Correct.
Brackets or something like that. So a lot of playing during Saturday and Sunday just to get to this point. And, well, they might be going out very, very soon. Obviously, if you go out at this stage, you are left with nothing. So only top 4 teams get anything at this point. And we're going to be seeing who those are in just, well, a couple of hours, because we have all quarterfinals going on today. Best of ones, every single one of them. Anyway, we are off with the pistol again. LDLC on the terrace side, Tengri on the CT side, and this time at least a normal buy coming out from both teams in terms of armor and pistols.
And a normal strategy that we used to see coming out from the T side is Keen just randomly jumps up and promptly gets himself shot in the face. Just didn't expect the T players, and it looks like it's going to be a B split through drop. Simple and effective. Alex coming out of long, gets a free kill there. Now it's all left to pitch, alone on the side, alongside Sonic. It's going to be hard for them to get anything done, as bang, it's all gone wrong for Tengri. The only one left alive is Ramzik in a 1v4. It's not left alive for much longer, gets taken out from Mistu, and I haven't seen this simple and effective B-split rushes. You send a few into drop and a few out B long, but LDLC shows why that used to basically be the go-to strat for pistol runs in Cobblestone for so long. It's just so damn effective.
Definitely so. I mean, they pick up the pistol now on 12. If they win the next 2 rounds, they're going to be on 14-4, and then it's just a matter of time to grind out the last 2 rounds, even if they make a lot of mistakes. So, you know, it feels like the favorites here are actually winning, but let's see if Tengri managed to bring it back on this country, because they have pistols, they have armor. 1 smoke, no defuse kit, so I'm kind of wondering why the hell the smoke is there, because it's not really going to be that useful. The pop flash is going to be perfectly useful, as XMS and Alex already find one. XMS just drive-by jumping Mac 10 shot in the face of Ramzik, and then just goes for seconds. Toynu with a frag into Dastan, and, well, that's pretty much it for the round. It's gonna be another one for LDLC, as Tengri are just left with Keen, and, well, he has the 5-7. Might be able to find the frag here, but he's gonna have some problems getting out of it alive.
The problem is the only gun that actually got taken out there was a Mac 10, so LDLC, they don't care. It's like, oh, a Mac 10, well, we can save that, that's perfectly fine. He'd prefer to actually save the 5-7 because it actually deals a lot more damage against armor, as it does seem like he is indeed trying to save that. LDLC trying to close this one out without making any mistakes, just taking passive defensive positions, waiting for either Keen to run into him or just clear out together towards the underpass ramp area, which is going to leave it with a 13-4 scoreline for LDLC. Very dominant so far on Cobblestone, and Tengri are going to go on another eco, or dare I say the force, because otherwise I feel like this match is just way too far gone. They need rounds, and they need them now.
I don't think they're going to be happening, though. Like, Tengri just... They were really good on the terrace side, just abusing the mistakes that LDLC were doing, but then again, it felt like LDLC were doing those mistakes in the first place because they thought and just assumed that they're better than Tengri, and they can outplay them and they can outskill them, and that's why they were going for those unnecessary risks against any other team, I feel like. Right now, well, it's still a respectable buy for the terrorists. Only 1 SMG left for this eco round versus the CTs, so they're just going to be piling it on towards the B side. I don't know what the auto director is doing exactly, but there we go. We were watching just one of the CTs on the A side in the meantime. Keen with the 5-7 will pick up 1, but that's just a 1-for-1 trade, and now the AKs are coming into play. And, well, they're going to make quick work of the CTs on the B side right now. 4v1, Ramzik alone, no armor, only a PT-50. He will be happy if he picks up one single frag onto Alex, maybe, but that's it. That's everything.
And even that will be a pretty tough ask, as that LDLC B side execute was beautiful. Flashes come in, just the right amount of flashes, smokes where they needed to land, and everyone knew exactly what corner they had to cover. Simple and easy. I don't think Ramzik will even get Alex, as he's already going to start to run away. That's fine, Mistu, and does actually take him down, because Mistu perhaps over-peaking a bit there. Not like he's going to find any more, unless the LDLC members actually go hunting for him, which is pointless, because throwing rifles away isn't the best idea right now. So they do find the kill at least. Nothing else, and Ramzik does go down. Some damage dealt. The only problem is it's 14-4, and Tengri basically need 12 in a row if they want to win this, or 11 in a row, and then one for LDLC to take it into overtime. It's going to be very, very, very hard. It is going to be Keen with the AWP. Let's see if he can make it work. Ramzik didn't have the best go of it on T side. Maybe a bit of a change up of AWPers on the CT side will help them out.
Let's see where the AWP's going to be positioned, though. Towards the B side, looks like maybe the stairs area. The terrorists are moving towards it. The smoke in upward drop already placed, so Mister's not going to be finding anything. He's expecting some sort of counter boost right there, but Alex drops Ramzik on the other side of the map. Drops back and will pick up Dastin, while Dastin was busy with another of the terrorists. Soinu going down to 12 HP in the meantime, but, well, Alex picks up a 2-for-1 trade right there. Keen trying to go with the AWP shot and will be successful. Brings it back into a manageable 3v3, but has he gotten spotted? I think he has. Existence going to be pushing the issue, even through his own fire, apparently. As the terrorists are just quickly moving on. I don't know what Keen was still doing there, up close with the AWP. Pretty much just throwing it away at that point. Good shot onto Existence, though. That's going to be a second one, and maybe a third. Never mind. Toinu brings it back on 12 HP since the start of the round, pretty much. And makes it 15-4.
Doesn't matter how much HP you've got if you go straight for the trade, and Fig just can readjust his aim in the time that Toinu had to shoot him in the face. Simple and effective, nothing special, but it gets the job done. And Tengri, they tried, they almost had that round. Some nice play there. The AWP from Keen did come into effect. Went a bit over-aggressive there perhaps when he jumped up into B long again. Just didn't work out, and it looks like LDLC, they're just going to hit cruise control and eventually finish out this map, as this is a pretty broken buy with a double max 7, a scout, already a player tagged down to 50 HP.
Yeah, this is really not looking good, as, well, Ramzik get dropped very soon. A bit overexposed, nobody else to help him on towards that A-long position. Nasa's going to be joining him now, but again, going in one by one is probably not going to be working out as well as they thought it might. 5-on-3. The CT is still kind of locked outside of the A side, but then again, the terrorists haven't made their pass into it either. So they're going to be just fine. Rotating onto the A side now, but Tony is going to have to find those headshots, and he does easily enough. Taps down Fitch. 5-on-2. This is feeling like the end, as we have a 4-on-1, and that's it. LDLC pick up the first quarterfinal of the night. While